Hi everybody, I'm Sonya Trivedy, Executive Director of Income at Samaritans. I love working at Samaritans. We are there 24/7, 365 days a year for anybody struggling to cope. This could be loved ones, family, friends, neighbours, work colleagues, who can be going through any form of emotional crisis, financial worries, family breakdown, mental health issues. So we have the most amazing network of 20,000 volunteers through 200 branches who offer support. It's free, confidential and non-judgmental. And our volunteers take 10,000 calls for help every day. I have identical twins. And I'm very fortunate that I was able to have my twins because I had IVF. I was supported by the NHS. I was actually supported by an incredible manager as well, who, when I told her what I was going through, she was there to support. There was an IVF policy at my workplace at the time. And really it was those strong people around me that helped me get through that incredibly difficult time. I'm hugely grateful to all of those people. And I think it's important for me to talk about my IVF because there may be others out there struggling to cope, and I really just want those people to know they are not alone. My interest probably started with my aunties and uncles. One of my uncles who worked at SAVE and Oxfam, now works for the UN, watching him and my aunties and uncles support people like Greenpeace, CND. I think my passion started there, and I went to university and studied environmental sciences. I thought I want to work for an NGO, so I left university but actually fell into recruitment, and after 3 years I applied for a job at Help the Aged. It was then. I wasn't successful, but luckily the amazing John Thompson, and for anybody who doesn't know John Thompson, looking up on Twitter, he contacted me and said, "Oh Sonia, you didn't get the role, but come and volunteer for me," and I did that. And it's really thanks to him that I started my journey, because he gave me that first opportunity. It then led to a contract at Help the Aged. He gave me my first reference when I went over to British Red Cross as a corporate fundraiser. And years later, he actually became my mentor, and he feels like my guardian angel. So I've been really fortunate that I could start my journey in that way. I've now been a fundraiser for over 20 years. How did that happen? And so I've worked for larger organisations, medium-sized organisations. I've worked in international development, and I've worked for domestic causes as well. Like all of you, loads of meetings, seeing lots of different people, lots of reading, perhaps writing reports. I think for me, a really important thing is that I can balance the internal and the external. It's important to build those strong relationships internally, but also draw on external things that are happening as well. So that's a really important part of my day, if I possibly can, understanding from perhaps other fundraising directors, other specialists across the sector, or indeed people outside the sector, what's going on out there, what do I need to know about that. That's really key. I think the other thing to say is that I don't always practice what I preach, but trying to get a bit of well-being in there is absolute key, isn't it? Well, for me, I think that it's really an inquiring mind, always asking questions. What is happening with your programme, really interrogating that data you have there, looking at the insight, understanding how you can evolve what you're doing. And that inquiring mind and questioning needs to go externally as well. That's really important that you understand what's going on outside. But I would say this next, because I work at Samaritans, it's about being a good listener. So when you're doing that really good questioning, it's making sure you do take time to listen, and not to respond, but to really hear what the person is telling you. So particularly with donors, we want to understand their motivations, don't we, and their worries, and why they're looking to support us, and their hopes and aspirations. So we can only find out those things by being really, really good listeners. And of course, it goes without saying, being brilliant relationship builders. We need to build those really strong relationships internally, so that we can create that culture of fundraising, so that the whole organisation can get behind what we're doing within our fundraising programme, but equally that we can understand what's happening across the business, so we can take that back to our donors, to ensure that we galvanise them and get their support, and excite them with what we're doing, and really inspire them. So we can only do that by building those strong relationships internally, and then of course it is building those relationships with the donors. You know, how are we talking to them about our cause, but how are we giving them those surprise and delight moments that keep them, you know, supporting our organisations. You know, our supporters are amazing, aren't they? Out of the thousands of charities they could support, they chose to support us. So it's important that we can build that strong relationship with them and tell them how much we care about them and how grateful we are to them for supporting our cause. And of course it goes beyond just our donors. It's thinking about our networks and all those agencies and consultants that are supporting our work as well. You know, particularly if you're a lone fundraiser, even if you're part of a really big team, these people are really crucial. We can't do this alone, so we need to build our team. So building those really strong relationships with those people as well is really, really key. For me, it is about building a brilliant network around you. So that's internally and externally again. So those people that are really going to lift you up and challenge you and support you in what you're doing. So we need some brilliant allies who are going to support us in our journey and help us, guide us, encourage us, teach us. And the crucial thing is that you remember to give back as well, to become a mentor yourself at some point. And you know, that is one of the things that's really important to me now. Of course, I still have mentors, but I also work to mentor other people as well, because I know that so many people have supported me in my career, and I want to give back and make sure I can do that for others. So good luck with all your fundraising, and please do reach out. I love to hear from new people and hear what you're up to, and learn as well. So good luck, and thank you for listening.